Hello, Vinyl community. I'm back to do another installment of the rotations. I think this is number 7. And what that means is just like me playing records from my collection that I've been playing since the last installment. Really. Pretty simple. I'm going to start this off with showing you some stuff that I bought that I won't keep. So just for showing records. That's why we're here talking about music and records. And this, I mean, I'm gonna do a recent Vinyl finds in a couple of days, I think. I'm still waiting for some stuff, but these I'm not gonna show these in that video. Dan Hill, Longer Fuse. I thought for $2 that this would be a pretty cool record. Never seen this, never heard of it, and it looks kind of like a young, druggy Rocky Erickson. But this is the first song is Sometimes When We Touch, and I didn't see that. If I did that, I wouldn't buy it because it's that song, and if you know that song, it's just like the worst song ever, and that's the best song on the record. Also bought this, The Friends of Distinction, Love Can Make It Easier, and I hope that this would be a soul record with some funky bass and drums, but it wasn't. It was just ordinary soul, and I'm not into that right now. It's on RCA 1973. So I didn't think it was interesting. I mean, I have to have some funk in my soul, or else I don't like those records. I have a hard time listening to Marvin Gaye for that reason. It's just like too vocally, too focused on words. I don't know. Philip Jarrell, I sing my songs for you. Unfortunately, it's also $2, and I was just like, maybe this is something. It looks kind of cool, but it sounds like it looks. It's like this West Coast USA kind of California sound, like the Eagles or Jackson Brown ish, and yeah, it sounds like everything else that's already been done, and but worse. So, and finally, I bought this Sly and Robbie, Sly Dunbar and Robbie Shakespeare, Language Barrier from 1985. But I couldn't get into this. It's too 85 dubby. It's just no. It's just no. I didn't like it. I saw that Herbie Hancock and Bob Dylan was on there, so maybe I thought like maybe that brings something to it, and they are great musicians on those artists that they play for, but no, couldn't get into it. Maybe I'll keep that in my Dylan collection just to have. I collect Dylan stuff that is just quirky that he played on like the Dog Sham record. Okay. So to the records that I played from my collection. Focus 3. Get this. If you don't have this, get this. If you like a little bit of that prog fusiony sound, don't be alarmed. There's flute on this, but it's good. Yeah, I don't know what to say more. It's 2 LP set, and it just keeps building and building. Great guitar solos, the bass and drums are just fantastic on it. Yeah, I vibe with the Facebook group on the VC Facebook group. Sometimes I'm not participating that much in the group, but I look and watch and see what people are posting. And someone posted this, and I was like, oh shit, it's been a long time since I played it. It's really good. It's not a Fripp album, and it's not a Eno album. It's something in between, very ambient, proggy. It's not for everyone. Check it out before you get it. But I think it's really cool. No Pussyfooting, 1973, I think. Played this also. It's Cartago. Cartago is a krautrock band. I think beginning of the 70s on BASF Records. They released this first as first press, and then they released it on the Brain label. This is the first press. This goes for a lot of money if you have an intact record cover. It was like originally it was glued here and was a trifold kind of thing. The covered like this, and the eyes, yeah, and it's a Carthago over the cover. If you have that, that goes for hundreds of dollars. But even in this condition, with the cover ripped off, it goes for a lot of money. So I'm really glad that I got this for just a couple of bucks in Gothenburg when I was there. And the music it's krautrock, but it's more like heavy prog, yeah, heavy rock, heavy prog. It's really, really good. I played some Lou Reed also, the Berlin record, the one that came after Transformer. I love this record. It's really, really good, but it's not the radio friendly kind of Transformer that I really, really like with Lou Reed. It's more a concept record with longer songs and more the thinking man's kind of music. But it's fantastic, especially if you do some research and read a little bit about it when you're listening to it. Also pulled this on Velvet Underground's Loaded. Their last the last record, you could say. It's only Lou Reed left of the original group, I think. And it's really good. It's more radio friendly than other Velvet Underground stuff. It's named Loaded because the record label wanted an album loaded with hits. So that's the answer to that, Loaded. Yeah, it's a good record. But still, I prefer the other ones that came before this. Yeah, but it's a good record. Played Ginger Baker's Air Force, and I have a shitty copy of this. I wish that I had a good clean copy of this, but it sounds terrible. So I every time I play it, I play just like maybe 10 seconds or something like that, and realize that it's shit, so I can't play it. But I would really, really like a good copy of this. It's when I see it online here in Sweden, it goes for pretty big money, too much for me, and I never see it in a store. So yeah, I wished I had it on a better copy, and I will someday. Ginger Baker, Steve Winwood, you have Danny Lane, Chris Wood, Rick Gretsch, and Graham Bond, and a bunch of other people. Played live in the beginning of the 70s on Madison Square Garden, I think. Really good. Same goes with this Facebook page. Showed this, and I pulled it the same evening, played it. It works good as a reminder of what you have, and you get into. Sometimes you get lost in your collection, and you need something to really inspire you to pull stuff. And this was one of those. I mean, a fantastic record. The second side, 9 Feet Underground, 22 minutes and 40 seconds. Just masterpiece of contemporary prog. But even the first side, starting with Golf Girl, more a single or a radio single, is just good. Safe as Milk, Captain Beefheart. A friend of mine is just really vibing on Beefheart right now. We talked a lot about it. He watched a lot of concerts and YouTube clips and stuff like that with Beefheart. So he's really into that, and Krautmask Replica. So I wanted to pull something that wasn't Krautmask Replica. I played this maybe 4 or 5 times now. It gets better every time I play it. The cool thing about Beefheart is that it's really diverse. I mean, you can't. This is not Krautmask Replica, and Krautmask Replica is not Safe as Milk. It's two totally separate things, where this is more blues oriented with that kind of gritty psychedelic kind of sound to it. Fantastic. Emerson Lake and Palmer, Brain Salad Surgery. I pulled this. Grieg died. He did a cover artwork, the alien guy. So I pulled this, just reminded me of that. But I can't listen to Emerson Lake and Palmer. It's too pretentious, too bombastic, too full of itself. I can't really stand it. Some people just love Emerson Lake and Palmer and Yes and all that good stuff, but I can't get into it. It's not my cup of tea in the prog catalog. But I love the cover, the fellow symbol here. If you haven't seen that, everyone's seen that, but the head of the dick here. You need the LP to really see the dick in its full size and glory. Can't do that on a CD. No, you can't. I vibed you know, there's a Facebook group, and I'm also on Instagram, and I follow a guy there who has a store in Stockholm. The store is called Runt, and he showed this, an original copy of this Skip Spence WAR, and he had a hashtag saying 20 records I will grab if my house is on fire. So this is a fantastic record. I think I bought it in New York this trip that I did now, the latest trip, and it's fantastic. Check this out. I mean, seriously, check this out on YouTube or Spotify, wherever. And when you listen to it, read the story about it. You will be blown away. And I think, I mean, the music is fantastic by itself, but with the story, it's just mind blowing. 2 more to go. Played some made in Sweden with love. So thank you again, Anders, for this. I got this from Anders the first time I visited him in Stockholm for my Made in Sweden collection. And I have a full collection. I don't have the best of record that they released in the mid 70s. But other than that, I have all the Made in Sweden records. And yeah, it plays okay. But he said that when I got it, and I'm looking for a better copy, but I'm not in a hurry, so when that day comes, I'll get it then. I saw a guy on Facebook in another group, a Swedish group, a guy found that on a thrift store for $1. That and a bunch of other like really cool fusion and prog records from Sweden, but that was the one that stood out really, that I was super jealous of, that and Made in England by Made in Sweden. So you can still do that if you're out there here in Sweden. You can still get those records. Yeah, and it's thrift store or auction like season here right now. So really looking forward to that this summer. And last one, Solar Plexus, the first record, 1972 or 3, 1 maybe. Yeah, and I played the first side of the first record, especially Bouillabaisse. I was thinking of having that in the radio show that we do as one of the songs and albums that I will talk about, but it didn't happen. I took 3 other records with me, but man, what a great record. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave comments if you have the time and you like, and I see you soon. I have a Grail in the mail that I got today. I'm gonna bring it tonight or tomorrow. And that's a record I've been wanting for the last 3 years, I think. So I'm super excited about that. One of the big, important prog records in Swedish history. So that will be cool. When I play that, I will do the recent Vinyl Finds video. See you in a couple of days. Have a great day. Bye.